I'm going to have to confess something to you. I'm going to have to come to you right now with a little bit of vulnerability. Being me is tough. As you know, I am the most woke billionaire business advice guy with a great bod who also gives great crypto fat advice that is also family friendly and PG and also occasionally caffeine free. However, I have to be straight with you. Did you see that interview with Meghan Markle and King Bob the other weekend? Them complaining about all their wealth. You should realize by now, by watching that interview, being a wealthy, famous, hot individual like myself, it's a terrible curse. You don't understand. There are so many people that want to be me, want to be this woke, want to have this great of a bod, and most importantly, want to be a billionaire, that I can't do anything without people copying it. For example, remember when Elon Musk bought Bitcoin? Who do you think he copied? He was watching my video. When Gary Vaynerchuk started posting about NFTs, you know how he did it? He was envious of my thick Pikachu right here. This is the future of crypto right here. He was literally copying me trade for trade. And frankly, I've had it up to here, okay? Non-stop. I look in my DMs on YouTube, and all I get is, Alex, show me that D and show me that portfolio. And look, I'm just gonna break down and do it today. I've been pressured to the limit. So what I'm gonna do today, guys, there's no D picks. We don't have a woke OnlyFans coming to you. Maybe in the future. However, today, what I want to show you is 3 trades I did recently that did a little bit over $300,000 in profit. Why do I want to show you these? Because I think these were no-brainers. There was no crazy technical analysis. There wasn't any crypto expertise. This was just me listening. And look, on this channel, this is not financial advice. You should consider me a baboon who is trying to troll you on the internet. These videos are purely for the lulz. And I want to show you not from a get rich quick or how you can copy me and make money. And by the way, there's no course sale here. I'm not selling some mastermind to you or some email list or something like that. All I simply want to show you is that if you look at crypto the right way, there are opportunities there without you being an absolute master. And my strongest recommendation after watching this video is do not invest in crypto at all. What I really do suggest is you take little bits of money and you maybe start playing around in it. If you do anything I talk about in this video, you're going to lose a lot of money. I can almost guarantee it. However, this is going to show you my thought process behind things and how I find things that have done very well. I've had multiple coins, 10, 15x on me, and the process that I've used to find these coins is pretty much the same thing every single time. So let's just get into it. So the first investment I got into, or I want to talk about, is B20, okay? So I got into this investment around right here, okay? We'll actually see the exact tweet that got me in. But I got into it right here, and as you can see, it actually peaked out here, let's look at the last 7 days, at about $27. And so when this originally launched, I put about, through all my wallets combined, about $70,000 in right here, okay? So this went up, it went down, it was all over the place. And so let's talk about what happened here. So this investment right here, I got out about right here because I'm an idiot, okay? And I want to walk you through the entire investment. I should have gone out right here, but I didn't. And so this is going to be a good lesson in timing the market. But let's go through this step by step. So one of the best places I find good coins from is Twitter. Now wait. I don't just go and ape in anything that's posted on Twitter. What I do is I look into things and I think about what people are saying. And so if we go and look at this one guy right here, okay? His name is Justin, apparently. He's a big NFT collector. But if we go and look at this exact tweet right... Finding tweets for you. Scrolling around. This is great content. All right, so look. This is the tweet that got me in right here. So February 16th, when I was first getting into CryptoPunks. By the way, follow me at ZSS Becker. I'm constantly talking about all sorts of things crypto and whatnot. But when I was first getting into CryptoPunks, I started following this guy, and he started talking about the B20 token. And so the first thing I want to share with you is that the thing you need to understand is people that are actually rich in crypto and actually know what they're doing, heck, people that even don't know what they're doing, they're very vocal. They share what they're investing in, what they're interested in, months before it actually blows up. For example, CryptoPunks have been being talked about on NFT Twitter for a long time. All you had to do was listen. If you had bought one of these things, for example, you could have bought this ape right here for about, I don't know, $15,000 in September, December last year. It's now easily worth $1.2 to $2 million. And these guys have been screaming stuff like this for literally forever on crypto Twitter. That being said, he mentioned it right here. And the takeaway from that is that you can find coin ideas by following smart people on social media and Twitter. Now, at that point in time, what I did is I looked into B20. And so what B20 is basically a collection of Beeple art. And so, for example, when Beeple first launched his first drop, the art went from about $77,000 a piece, about $77,000 to $100,000-ish. So, that being said, over time, I've been looking at the price of Beeples, and they've been skyrocketing. So, of course, if they have 20 of the first one-to-ones in here, the price is going to keep going up. Now, when he mentioned this, shortly after, there was an auction announcement on Christie's, okay, about the first Beeple auction. And so, knowing this, seeing this auction announcement, and then seeing this tweet, it was very obvious to me that, okay, with how NFTs are exploding and how Tulip Mania is exploding right now, and with how the price has been increasing, this is going to be the most in-demand auction ever. Okay? And so what did I do right here? This isn't exactly rocket science. I saw an idea from a smart person. I investigated the idea and saw that, all right, there's been appreciating value constantly, and people are really starting to freak out about NFTs. This is when like Gary Vee and everybody was first posting about NFTs. So obviously, this is on the uptrend. And then there's a big event in the future. Okay? So when I put all these together, smart person, huge uptrend, massive event coming, it was very obvious to me that, hey, this has a lot of upside. I'm going to put some money into it. So that's exactly what I did. And so what I did is I put the money in right here knowing that this auction was coming right here. And when the auction came, look what the price did. It went absolutely bonkers. Even that being said, when this auction originally came, I predicted that people would dump in the last hour of the auction. What people actually did is they dumped the day before. So this is a general painful lesson for me. So this ROI right here made me hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But if I'd gone out about right here, I would have made about $100,000 more profit. So what happened is people dumped the day before, and then the auction sold for about $69 million. And so it pumped up big time again. So let's look at the 7-day trend right here. So it went absolutely ham right here just for a second. And both of these times I missed the ball. This one right here, I thought people weren't going to sell until about the last hour of the auction. I thought people were going to dump at the last moment. I was wrong. And then when the auction sold for $69 million, I thought we were going to about $40, because if you look at the price valuations of some of the art in the portfolio, they should be about $20 million a piece, and that should put us at a $400 million market cap. So what happened right here is this dumped right here, and I got out about right here. So from where I got in at, when I first saw this tweet, about right, I'm going to just post that. I got in like February 16th. I think I got in like about February 18th. So from when I got on this tweet, I got in about $5, and I exited for about a 4x. So that's a gigantic ROI on $70,000. Now, you're probably wondering, Alex, why did you exit this? Well, there's a few reasons. I'm just going to show you my entire thinking behind this. So the reason I exited this is because I think this is actually going to go to about $30 at least. I don't think there's any way this sits below $30 for a long time. So it's definitely going to go from $20 to $30. But you have to ask yourself, all right, of everything on the crypto marketplace, let's just look at like 3 coins. We can look at ETH, we can look at ADA, we can look at Avalanche. Okay, so all of these ones right here, ETH I believe is going to 5x, ADA I believe is going to 8x from where it is right now, and I think Avalanche is probably going to 15 to 20x. As we get down the spectrum right here, they get more risky, by the way. So don't buy any of these. I'm just telling you my logic. So knowing that B20 might more than likely get to $30 and maybe $40 max. There's no way the Beeples are going to double or triple, quadruple in value during this bull run. They're just not. Okay? So knowing this right here, the easiest way for me to double or triple my money is just to go and take this money and stick it into ETH, ADA, and Avalanche, which is kind of what I did. I put it into a range of altcoins that I'm not going to mention, these being the top ones. Actually, DOT was one of the other top ones I put into, because all these are going to at least 5x in this bull run, in my opinion. So the easiest way for me to take this money that I made right here, what do we go, 70,000, around the $250,000 I walked with, 250 to 260,000 across all my wallets. The easiest way for me to turn it into $1 million is not to sit on B20, it's to move it over here, okay? And so this isn't really like a lesson of look how smart of a trader or an investor I am, because obviously, like, I totally missed this right here. I totally did not time the market right. Okay, I could have walked away with a lot more. However, I just want to also share with you kind of my logic behind, okay, let's look at how this coin is going to behave. There's no way this is going to $50, $60. There's a strong chance ETH will 5x in these right here. Will also perform, and thus it's just way better for me to accept that, hey, you know what, it's probably not going to go back up here for a bit. Even if it does, a 30% gain is nothing compared to, like, for example, I think Avalanche will go in like 2 to 3x in the next like 2 months. So I'd rather just have it there. Or like Litecoin, for example. I think that's going to do really well the next few months. Now, I want to show you another trade I made that has made me a lot of money. Actually, like a small group of trades. So I got in on Engine. Theta has absolutely crushed it for me. And I also got into Shopping.io. And so I want to talk about these 3 trades right here, because Engine has nearly 2 to 3x. Shopping.io has doubled. Theta has gone absolutely insane from when I got it at $2. And I want to talk about, you know, how did I figure out these trades? Okay, how did I find these ones? Well, first off, let's point out the elephant in the room. There are so many coins that have 3, 4, 5 decks in the past few months. I think a chimpanzee could do this. But I want to talk about how I discovered these coins. So first off, Engine and Shopping.io. I actually originally discovered Shopping.io from Sheldon Evans' news list. He actually called this one out a long time ago. But when I've gotten into it recently is when JRNY Crypto talked about it. So he has a channel right here. And out of all the people I follow on YouTube, him and Sheldon Evans and a few assets from Digital Asset News have by far had the best calls, in my opinion. By best calls, what I mean is that when they actually commit to coins, or they point out coins that commit to them, a lot of other channels are pointing out new moonshot 1000x every 2 weeks. These people are really consistent with what they invest in, and they don't pick a lot of coins. They just pick a few coins, and they pick a few coins during a time period. And I'm talking about their calls during a time period. Any channel can go and just call out a coin and say, it's going to go up, it's going to go up. And then like 6 months later during this bull run, say, I told you so. I'm looking for people that call it out in a specific time frame. JRNY Crypto has done stupidly well for me. I've made so much money just copying his trades. I have no affiliation. I've never spoken to this person in my life. Sheldon Evans also has some really, really good ones. However, Sheldon has such a following that when he picks any microcap or anything like that, it explodes and pumps. And so you usually don't want to buy things after Sheldon talks about it. So what's the first lesson I'm trying to push right here? If you find good people that know what they're doing, this market isn't, for lack of better words, complicated. If you simply find people that know what they're doing, you can usually copy them and get pretty good trades. What you need to understand about this market is it's not about picking good trades. It's about knowing when to get out of good trades, as you can see right here. For example, people have been talking about B20 for a long time during this period right here. People have been going nuts about it, all right, from this initial bump right here. You can see that the secret to this trade, if you wanted to maximize your money, wasn't exactly getting into it. It was knowing when to get out of it, which I didn't do properly. And so the one thing I want to share with you first off, before I actually talk about copying people's trades, is that you can basically copy anyone's trades in this market. You could copy the worst YouTuber and you'd probably be up a ton of money right now. The problem is knowing when to get out. That's what determines a really good trader in this market. That's what determines the people that are going to make the most money. All the people you see posting their income claims and their revenue claims and all the money they've made, the same people in 2017 made millions and millions of dollars and lost all of it. They lost literally all of it. 1% of people got out the top of the market. So before you go and say like, oh, I'm just going to copy a person to $1 million, also know that it's not about getting into trades when they're going up. It's about knowing when to get out of trades. The people that make the most money in this market are not the people making the most money right now. It's the people that get out at the right time. The next lesson to take away from that is if you actually look at what people are saying and then research the coins yourself, you're going to do very, very, very well, in my opinion, because of this. Okay? So just by watching JRNY's videos, I made a ton of money on Engine. I made a ton of money on shopping.io, and I made a ton of money on Cardano. Okay, I got into this and I moved a lot of my ETH in from 70 to 90 cents. Okay, and Cardano's gone up a lot since then. And again, let's look at another Alex Becker mess up. If we go look at ADA right here, you can see the past week, it went all the way up to $1.42. $1.30, $1.40. I can't get to the top of this right here, but it's about, yeah, $1.44, and then crashed down to where it is to about $1.10 right now. So this is a much longer term hold for me, but again, I made an absolute killing right here, hundreds of thousands of dollars. But let's just talk about the altcoins. So why did I buy these three things, actually these four things right here? So again, it's the same exact lesson as B20. I saw JRNY talk about these things, and instead of just going and aping into these like an idiot, what I did is I researched all of them. So the reason why I buy Engine is because they're partnering up with a lot of really big video games here. And basically, I think video game NFTs are actually the future. I think they're going to explode simply because, have you seen what NFTs are doing as far as CryptoPunks, as far as Beeples? Ownership of digital items is not in any exaggerated way the hard future. I think it's massively overvalued right now, but Engine is the oldest school coin in this, or one of them, and it's doing so many cool things right now, and there's so many updates that were coming in March that JRNY talked about. It was a no-brainer to invest in that. Shopping.io, I'm very, very, very familiar with Shopify and e-commerce. You guys know I had a Shopify product for the longest time, and I've been in e-commerce, and one of our largest customer bases at Hyros is e-commerce stores. Shopping.io helps people buy products through e-commerce with crypto. It's just such an obvious buy to me. Cardano, on the other hand, right here, I made a huge video on Ethereum a few days ago. And Cardano, and the reason why I simply got in that is there's just so much huge news coming up in March. There was the Merry hard fork, and then I think there's just tons more partnerships and updates coming. And so what I did is, again, you can get your ideas from social media, and then you research them and you buy based on your business thoughts and what you know. And then finally, Theta, it's video streaming. That's the absolute future of the internet, and it decentralizes it so it's much faster. YouTube, all the big companies are going to be using this. And so understanding YouTube, understanding video games, understanding e-commerce, and then understanding just all the things that were coming Cardano, and I just really like the team, and I build a lot of, and as you know, I made all my money in software, and I love how they build software. What I do is I look at what's going on, and I get my ideas from social media. That doesn't mean I invest in everything I see on social media, not at all. What I do is I get tips from social media, and then what I do is I investigate the things on my own. Okay, so I get the advice from people that I believe are smart. Okay, for example, Justin on Twitter, he's made so much money in NFTs. JRNY Crypto, I've watched his trades for a long time, and his trades are consistently extremely correct. And so then I look at those patterns, and then I look at things and I buy the things that I understand. One other piece of advice I'm going to give to you, and again, I'm not a crypto trading master. I'm making an absolute killing right now, but I want to stress that I'm not doing deep technical analysis. I'm not going and doing crazy gem finding. The stuff I'm doing is something that anybody could do. But what I really try to do in crypto is I try to understand a few key areas and ignore everything else. Because when you get into crypto, you're going to see so many different coins popping up in 1,000 different places, you're going to be overwhelmed. What I try to do is I try to know a few spaces really, really well. So I've tried to understand the smart contracts market, which is going to be Cardano, Ethereum, DOT, Avalanche, to a certain extent Avalanche. I try to really, really understand this market because this is where I'm going to be investing most of my money. Anytime I make a lot of money in altcoins, I dump it back in here because I think smart contracts are the absolute future. Okay? So I understand what's going on in DOT, Cardano, Ethereum, and Avalanche very, 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 very well. Okay? So the other space I really try to understand, and you shouldn't copy me. I'm saying what you should do is you should find a few spaces in crypto you really get. Okay? The other space I understand very, very well is NFTs. Okay, I buy a lot of NFT art. I know exactly how it works. That's one of the reasons why I got in the B20. And then the other space I'm very familiar with is e-commerce. Okay, because I've just worked with Shopify for years. And so when I'm buying things, you're going to see the pattern that I buy things in. And then finally, the last area I really like to invest in is software. Because the one thing I cannot do is behave like a crypto trader and understand like the deep technical analysis of every coin and whatnot. I really understand software and I know what good software teams look like. For example, Voyager, one of my best performing coins, it's up like an insane amount since when I got into it. The reason why I bought that is the software team and the CEO and the way they behave is absolutely excellent. I know what a good software company looks like, so I'll just invest in software. Very, very simple for me to do. I invest in what I know. And so with these 4 spaces right here, this is where I make most of my money in crypto. I don't really focus on any other coins inside of crypto than these ones because I don't understand what they're doing. I don't understand how they work. I understand how NFTs work. I understand how e-commerce work. And I understand the software companies that actually have live software. This is one of the reasons why I'm very heavily in Cardano. One of the reasons why I'm very, very heavily in VGX. And I understand the smart contract market because I use Ethereum every single day when buying NFTs. And I just generally held the gigantic amount of Ethereum for the longest time that forced me to have to understand the smart contract market. And using some of those basic understandings and basic strategies right there has made me, well, I mean, I got in March. I put a lot of money in March last year, and it's made me a lot of money. And these are just a few of my fun trades. I'm not talking about my entire portfolio. These are just like the fun, like, woo, you know, make money quick Tai Lopez trades that I could talk about. So that being said, you should follow me on Twitter at ZSS Becker. And if you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, and that's it.